Ladies, good morning this morning. I welcome us all to our all announced webinar, Remote Work Realities, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So, right on this channel, we'll be dissecting some unfiltered truths about. But really, you look up to me. I can't be playing with niggas. I'm married to G. I got some niggas that do what I say. If I tell them to shoot, they pull up on the three. When bitches be
It. Yes, thank you for having me, Gerald. I can hear you. Yes. Maybe you can close. Can you close tabs? Are you on your PC? Maybe you should close every other tab. That is perfect. Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
And I found out that my supervisor at the time was doing it manually, and there was a lot of delay sometimes. So I tried to figure out how can I use Excel, for instance, to make a roster and make it so it can shuffle itself and position people in different, days and time of the week to come for work. And it kind of opened my mind to what technology can actually do. So I went in, started learning more about different areas, social media marketing, graphic design, web design, and the rest of that. And again, I was also a part of a community. I attended Birmingham University, it's an online university, and it gave me a lot of exposure personally that okay, there are things that are really possible. You can actually get to work remotely, and this all this really informed my value. It was a scary leap, by the way, but I did it anyway.
Wow, what an experience! What an experience! Thank you very much, Mr. Eisenwabe. Yeah,
So
Miss Obioma, I saw that you are so into project management. Um, and I want to ask because I think that was one area I was considering about last year to join. It was for me, it was digital marketing, project management. I was battling, and after a long battle, I settled for digital marketing. What really could you say have been a joy, an unexpected one you've discovered so far working remotely as a project manager? You know, given that you're a family person and you have to take care of your kids and all that, what has the shift been? How has it been, compared to really working in an institution physically? That's a brick and mortar setting.
Okay. First of all, before thank you for having me, and thank you for that question. But before I dive into that, I think our listeners are not able to access this event.
Wow.
Yes, because my community members are dropping screenshots, and from my mobile as well, it's not visible. It's saying starting soon, but it's not showing anything.
Um, People from our end are already viewing it. We're streaming on YouTube. We're streaming on LinkedIn live as I speak.
Let me give them the YouTube link.
Well, even
I don't know.
from my phone, I can see that
Share.
we are live on LinkedIn from my phone. I can see we are live on YouTube. I'm seeing you. Mr. Zanwa is moving here as well. So I can see we are live on YouTube. On LinkedIn rather.
So why I don't, I'm wondering why.
Um I just reposted it on my feed now.
Okay, let's see admin. Okay,
All right.
so we have to keep moving. Okay, so your question
Okay.
is how
Let's pause.
different.
Yes.
Okay, I think the analogy I would use to describe to control if to control different shows on your TV, right? But then people different activities within an agency, all the clients that are working with you, because everything starts from your desk, basically. And then I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody. So you have to, as it's remote, you're able to delegate faster. Your job basically as a project manager is to distribute supervise everybody else working on a certain task, right? You're working on a project, and then you have content writers, you have copywriters, you have graphic designers, so different people. You have to use the project management tools like Asana or ClickUp or Trello. This is using. And then in my case, I work with multiple agencies, right? So in this case, in projects and communicating to different people, working on different projects. So these tools are helpful. So it's different from working physically, because physically you have to either maybe go to the software, check this paper, check that other paper. Right? But in this case, you're sitting on your desk and you're checking notification status from this to this. Where is this status at? So if you see that, because for every project you have to set a status, if the deadline turns red, which means it's overdue, and this project has not been marked completed, somebody to check in here, check in there, what is moving and what is not doing, coordinating all of this. So the enjoyable part of it is that you can work across different agencies, physical movement with very less, with zero paperwork basically. And so it's more, and then on your end with very less, with zero paperwork. Do we still have Gerald here?
Yes, yes. Am I audible?
Okay, yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I lost you.
So does that answer your question?
Sure. Then I would want to know from your narration, remote work has been so rewarding, and it makes it much more easy for you to multitask and do many things at once. If I got you correctly, I think that was the major thing I got from your little story so far. But I want to ask, how I know you run a freelancer community and all that. What could you say to be your proudest achievement in the remote work role, in a remote work role so far, personally and community wise? Has it in any way, working remotely, has it in any way empowered you to do anything you wouldn't have done if you were in a brick and mortar situation?
That's a very good question. And again, before I dive into that, we are still facing challenges. I'm still trying to speak for my community members and every other listener. We are I want to see if there is a way we can make this accessible to those who are trying to join, because I'm still getting the same report.
Okay.
Okay. So that said, I'm in event.